Today we are going to tell you such an incident of Karbala that your heart will ache on hearing it. In the field of Karbala, where Bani Hashim were at the forefront in bravery, one of whose men was more powerful than the whole army, but one man was different, who killed many Yazidis with just his eyes. Everyone was afraid of him. What would happen if he came to the battlefield? He was recognized due to his bravery, the flag-bearer of the army of Imam Hussain alayhi salam, who was enough for an army of 300. He was Hazrat Ghazi Abbas, son of Imam Ali alayhi salam. He had come to the army only to fill a waterskin of water and not to fight, but despite this, whoever came in front of Hazrat Abbas Rajlatullah Anu and attacked Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam, then in this attack 2,415 Yazidi soldiers were killed by Hazrat Abbas. Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam found 2,415 Yazidis in a state of thirst on the banks of the canal Euphrates. They kept hitting him. It was in his hand. Then Hazrat Abbas put the waterskin in the water. All the soldiers of Yazid gathered around him. Shamr, who was standing very far from Hazrat Abbas was looking at Hazrat Abbas with fearful eyes. All the soldiers of Yazid could not dare to go in front of Hazrat Abbas. Ghazi Abbas, like a lion, took out his waterskin and started filling it with water. Shamr was thinking what he should do now. Shamr also remembered all the things that Umar bin Saad had said, that if you are so afraid of some of his soldiers, then what will you do with the Hashmi youth who are the dangerous sides of Hussein What will you do if Abbas comes to the battlefield? Surely, if Abbas comes to the battlefield, all of you will die just by seeing him. Hazrat Abbas put his hands in the water of Euphrates and wanted to drink water himself. When he brought the water close to his face, he could not drink the water. Hazrat Abbas was more fond of his wife Sakina, Imam Hussain and his family's thirst than his own thirst, and he did not want that Imam Hussein's family should remain thirsty and he should get drunk. Hazrat Abbas poured that water back into the same Euphrates and started filling the skin. At this time Shamr said to Hazrat Abbas, Abbas, why are you roaming around the water of Euphrates so much? For whom do you remember that you are one of the best soldiers of this land? Come back and do not sacrifice your life for Imam Hussain Hazrat Abbas was not paying any attention to this. When the skin was filled, Hazrat Abbas stood up and started going back. Then Shamr Malawan said, Do not go, Abbas, stop, do not move a step towards death. When Shamr saw that Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam did not accept this temptation, he became red with anger and understood that when Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam went to take water, he was successful and he did not want to let him succeed. At the behest of Shamr, huge armies appeared in front of Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam and started stopping Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam. This army was nothing in front of Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam. The purpose of Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam was not to fight with them but to take water to the camps. Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam started fighting with them. Whoever came in front of Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam would die in a second. Shamr kept shouting, Do whatever you want but Abbas. He did not take water, but despite this Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam killed many Yazidi soldiers and came very far from Farad, but many soldiers came in front of Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam and all around him and surrounded him. Shamr kept shouting to go and snatch the waterskin from him. Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam kept fighting the enemy and started moving towards the tents. Then someone shot a strong arrow from the lip of the tree which hit Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam's arm. Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam took the sword in his other hand and caught the waterskin in his teeth and continued fighting the enemy. At the same time, a Yazidi soldier from the lip of the tree attacked his right hand with an arrow. After this both the arms of Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam were cut. Now he could not fight. Hazrat Abbas alayhi salam held the waterskin in his teeth and started moving towards the tents rapidly. His intention was that whatever happens, whether I live or not, but this waterskin should reach the tents. With this intention, he started running towards the tents, but then a strong blow was given on the holy head of Hazrat Abbas and he fell on the ground of Karbala. The waterskin slipped from his hands and all the water was spilled. Imam Hussain came to Hazrat Abbas and said, If I have you with me, then why should I grieve? What has happened that I cannot get you back? How should I go to the people of the Haram? Now I have no strength in my waist. This is everything to me. this is my brother. This was Ghazi Abbas who sacrificed his life for Imam Hussain as. in the field of Karbala. After the martyrdom of Hazrat Abbas in the field of Karbala, when Imam Hussain as. started coming towards the tents with the empty waterskin, his wife Sakina gathered all the children and started watching the waterskin from a distance and said, "Oh children, I had told you, didn't I? My uncle Abbas Nahar, he will bring water from there." As Imam Hussain as. started coming closer, Bibi Sakina's curiosity started increasing. When she saw the body of Imam Hussain as. stained with the blood of Hazrat Abbas and the empty waterskin, Bibi Sakina started crying and said, "Baba, where is Uncle Abbas?" Imam Hussain as. said, "Sakina, your uncle is sleeping on the bank of the canal." Bibi Sakina said, "Baba, my asker has not drunk water for 3 days." Imam Hussain as. looked at Bibi Sakina and said, "I am Sakina." He took his daughter Sakina to an empty tent and placed his hand on the ground. As soon as he lifted his hand, water started gushing out from the ground. Bibi Sakina started getting happy on seeing the water. Then Imam Hussain as. said, "Sakina, look outside this tent." When Bibi Sakina looked outside, there were lots of people thirsty outside who were looking at Bibi Sakina. Bibi Sakina said, "Baba, who is this?" Then Imam Hussain as. said, "Hey Sakina, this is your grandfather's Ummah. If you drink water today, then all these people will be deprived of Haji Kausar, because only by our staying thirsty, the religion of Allah's messenger will be saved, the prophethood of your grandfather will be saved." Bibi Sakina said, "Baba, for the sake of my grandfather's Ummah, if this Sakina has to sacrifice herself and if she has to remain thirsty till the doomsday, then it is acceptable to me. If my brother Ali Asghar dies in agony of thirst, that is also acceptable to me. We Ali Bayt will bear every hardship for the religion of Allah." Salutations to Bibi Sakina on her thirst. The cruelty that was done to Sakina, the 4-year-old princess of Hazrat Imam Hussain as. No other Ummah would have done such cruelty to the granddaughters of their prophet. From Karbala to Sham, was there any cruelty that the Yazidi army did not do to Kina? When all the people in the battlefield of Karbala were gathered there, when Imam Hussain as. was martyred, he was left alone. Imam Hussain as. rode on Zuljana and pulled the reins of Zuljana many times, but Zuljana did not move forward. Zuljana bowed her head and started looking at her feet. When Imam Hussain as. got down from Zuljana, he saw that Bibi Sakina was hugging Zuljana's feet and saying, "Oh Zuljana, do not take my father with you." Whoever has gone towards the battlefield riding on the horse did not return and started crying while hugging his father. Imam Hussain as. handed over Bibi Sakina to Zainab. When the tents caught fire, Sakina came out of the tent crying and ran towards the battlefield of Karbala. There was Yazidi army on all sides. So the Sakina asked the people, "Where is my father?" One of the tyrants asked, "What is your father's name?" As soon as Bibi Sakina said Hussein, this tyrant took out an arrow and shot the Imam. While hitting Hussein's, he said, "See, this is your father." Bibi Sakina ran towards her father and was watching the dagger being used on her father's neck. The 4-year-old girl was watching this from close when her father was being attacked. The shameless ones started hitting Imam Hussain on the neck by showing the knife to Bibi Sakina. After the martyrdom of Imam Hussain the oppressors ran horses over the bodies and set the tents on fire. In the field of Karbala at the time of Asr, some robbers from Kufis gathered the Ali Bayt in one tent and set the rest of the tents on fire. The flames of fire were getting brighter and the hearts of the Al Rasul were sinking. The companions of Satan started collecting the wealth. Sakina's earrings were pulled. When Bibi Sakina tried to stop them, she was slapped. What could be more cruel and atrocious than this? How shameless were those hands that were raised on Hussein's daughter? How shameless were those hands that were raised on Ali's daughter? Umar bin Saud got up and ordered his soldiers to stop the looting and leave from there. All the people of the Ali Bayt family were sitting in one tent and crying over their plight. Meanwhile it was evening. After burying their dead, the Yazidis were celebrating in their camp after the evening, and the princesses of the Rasul family were sitting to praise the ailing Zin al-Abidin and crying over their plight. The feeling of thirst had vanished. Night had arrived. Bibi Sakina had fallen silent after pleading as if she had reached the point of death. Zainab would often go and kiss her brother's head, and sometimes she would come to the tent and look at the ailing Zin al-Abidin. More than half the night had passed. Suddenly, when Bibi Zainab saw the shadows, she said in a loud voice, "Don't come forward." A veiled woman was guarding her brother's corpse. A voice came, "Daughter, we are not strangers, we have also come to watch you guard, wife." Zainab recognized that it was the voice of her father Ali. To console her, she called out again, "Who are you? First tell me, then proceed ahead." Voice came, "Daughter, we will not come ahead. My grieving daughter, be patient. I am your father Ali and this is your mother, Fatima bint Rasul. We have come to guard you." Bibi Zainab called out anxiously, "Ammajan." Voice came, "Yes, daughter. What's the matter?" Bibi Zainab said, "Ammajan, why did you stop? Come and see my brother's body. At least console me." Voice came, "Daughter, I cannot come ahead." Bibi Zainab called out, "Abbajan." Voice came, "Yes, daughter." Bibi Zainab said, "Abbajan, why did you not come in the morning? Where were you at that time? Why did you not come when Ali Asghar was martyred by shooting an arrow at him? And Ali Asghar died after being hit by an arrow. When my brother's back was heaving while lifting Ali Akbar's body. When Qasim's youth was looted. When Abbas's arms were chopped off. When my brother's head was cut off. Baba, why did you not come in that morning? The time was to come when Hussein's chest was pierced with arrows and swords. Why did you not come at that time when an arrow was stuck in my brother's neck, my Baba? Even at that time I kept calling you saying, 'Oh, help.' Abbajan," the voice came, "Daughter. We came at that time too. Your mother was with me and your grandfather was also with me. We saw your entire test with our own eyes. Your grandfather kept collecting the blood of the martyrs in a bottle. We have seen everything with our own eyes. My son Hussein took the same test as his grandfather Huzur wanted. Your mother was completely satisfied with her sacrifices. I am confident that your brothers and nephews have reached heaven and are resting there. Oh, my beloved dear one, your test is yet to come. You will protect the honor of the milk of the Prophet who is to be born. Be patient and thankful. Allah is with those who are patient." Then the voice stopped. Bibi Sakina's heart was quite at peace. It was morning and Ali Bayt were being taken to Kufa. Then Bibi Zainab turned towards Medina and pleaded in such a way that the hearts of those who listened were broken. The Yazidi army imprisoned the Bibis and made them walk on the roads so that people learn a lesson. This oppressed convoy was taken from Kufa to Damascus and was presented in the court of Yazid. At this time a woman came to Yazid's wife Hind and said, "O Hind, some prisoners have just arrived. The heart trembles on seeing them." She got up and wore fine clothes, covered herself with her sheet and came there. When Bibi Zainab looked at her closely, she recognized her and said to her sister Kulthum asked, "Sister, do you know this woman?" Kulthum replied, "No, I don't recognize her." Bibi Zainab said, "She is our maidservant Hind binti Abdullah who used to work in our house." Hind asked Bibi Zainab, "Which area are you people from?" Bibi Zainab said, "We are residents of Medina Munawwara." When Hind heard the name of Medina Munawwara, she got up from her chair and stood up in respect and asked, "Do you know the people of Medina?" Bibi Zainab said, "Which people of Medina are you asking about?" Hind said, "I want to ask about my master Maulana Imam Ali A.S. and his family." Bibi Zainab said with angry eyes, "You have asked about the house of Ali A.S. Now you have left this house empty. You have asked about Imam Hussain A.S. So, look, you have placed the head of your master Imam Hussain A.S. in front of your husband Yazid. You have asked about Ali, so we have left Hazrat Abbas alayhissalam and all the other young men in the scorching desert of Karbala unarmed and without a shroud, and you have asked about Zainab. I am Zainab and this is my sister's wife." On hearing these words of Zainab, Hind cried out and hitting her chest with her hand said, "Alas, what has happened to my lord's race? I wish I had become blind and would not have seen Fatima's daughters in this condition." Hind got up and removing her sheet came in front of Yazid. Yazid was sitting with some people who had come from outside at that time. He saw Yazid in this condition and immediately stood up and was astonished to see his naked head in the full court and made his wife wear a sheet and said, Yes, I had given the orders. Now if you want to mourn for the grandson of the Prophet, then do it. But when Yazid, while getting down from Makar and Garib, covered his wife with a sheet, Hind said, "O Yazid, may God destroy you, you see your wife naked in the court. Seeing the naked head your pride was awakened, but you have brought the daughters of Rasul in all the naked markets and streets filled with coaches. Where had your pride died for this moment? Ali Bayt were imprisoned in the jail of Sham. Salutations to our beloved Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Salutations to the family of Al Rasul who made so many sacrifices for the sake of Islam. Share this video as much as possible so that people can know the incident of Karbala, that what all sacrifices the family of our Prophet made for this religion of Islam.